Alright, so this is part two, a makeup video for Sunday, December 10th. Again, last video I was talking about Anton Creole. He opened my perspective a little bit more about the forex market as a whole, um, as well as no, the financial market as a whole, and the forex market as most most of all because I'm trading forex and I got started on it, so might as well learn about the forex market as well. He seems to be a really knowledgeable man. He doesn't seem to sell anything above the price range. His education is probably going to be the most um, what is it? How do I say it? Most valuable, if I want to say it, most valuable out there, because going to college, right? It costs you fucking a fuck ton of money, but because the system is built around college, you can get student loans and you can go to college essentially for free at the moment, right? But in terms of getting like self education, you need to have something on the line, and this is basically it. So his courses are not overpriced, to be able to be in the circle and gather all of his to basically be in the circle and be around his team is probably going to be worth it off the price at itself. So if I were to rank it, it's probably in the five digits or even higher. But he put it as thousands of dollars, a little bit over $1,000, $2,000, which is very much achievable for for you to have like self education. So I would say in the future, after I have successfully passed through the forex market and essentially become profitable in terms of trading forex in the very much retail area, right? I have distinguished this because at his level, he's basically in a hedge fund level and a huge, a big fund kind of level. That's why his way of approach is also fundamentally different than how I approach it as well. I can basically, if I'm a new person into the market and I found him, I would probably go into buy his course and learn from the beginning. But since I've already committed to forex and essentially trading retail side, um, I want to commit myself into learning that first and to see if I become profitable in terms of you know I'm in this range where I need to practice more and essentially have myself pulling the trigger more and train myself to be an actual better trader first before I can, you know, conclude anything about the markets and how the system works. So that's why I have decided to continue my path down at the moment to just basically trade forex on myself, see how it goes in the next year. um, but yeah, after a year or so, with this pace and nothing else has come of it, then I would buy his course and I would basically come into the course and see the different approach that he makes. But yeah, I'm feeling optimistic. It's just that he opens my perspective in ways that how the market actually got made, how professional traders make their money long term, and managing huge millions of dollars in funds, um, to basically manage that fund in millions because you need volumes, you need liquidity in order to get that order in the market, right? So the way of different trading in different account size and capital sizes, as well as the margin of risk. Um, but yeah, with that being said, I think Anton is probably one of the more genuine guys out there. He doesn't put ads. He doesn't sell out too much. Um, he wants to basically help you. So with that said, he is essentially another person with knowledge around the internet, but he has been inside of the circle of the industry itself. So I respect him for that more than the other retail traders that around social media and they learn around. Um, just I respect them as well because they have found something about the markets. They make money, so that's why they make it. They make it as well. So I can also make it. So that's why I want to put time into forex for myself first before I can essentially switch to this side of basically switch the way I am trading right now. So yeah, that being much with that being said, again, he explains the way of macro time frame, the macroeconomics, all that big what is it? The positive and the negative outcomes, no, not outcome, but like the prospect or the predictions, um, outlook. There we go. The positive, negative outlook of an economy, in global markets. More, he's basically explaining the fundamental of the forex market is to regulate currencies and to regulate trades, not just for day trading, because it is such a big market. Unlike the indexes market, right? It's just a financial market where coming back and forth in trade, right? Solely for money. But the forex market, it tangles everything in together. It basically tangles trading goods and services, right, through forex. It's basically tangles in supplies demand of the other like physical products and regulate the whole economy as a whole. Instead of just day trading, like for example stocks, for example, that that's basically it, right? Stock is basically belonging to a company and you're trading it for money, right? And that's a root of the issue. But the forex market is so wide and so diverse, I would say, is that people are making the market are essentially going to be vulnerable to the big monies. Like the banks, they can push this is push a button, just push a button, and then it shift the market, and then they'll stop you out. So you can't really do anything else. And yeah, all of those moves like 30, 40 pips move upside, yeah, those are market makers move, like those are manipulation. So essentially those move happens in stocks as well, but those big moves in the forex market are more or less a dirty kind of stagnant. So in a normal market condition, normal market, and it's moving regular forming structure like normal, this should be fine trading it. But when it is in manipulation, for example, UJ recently, back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, UJ has reached all-time highs, and there's no structure at all, and it keeps going there, right? Because there's no structure, people are, or the machines, or just whatever, cannot base off anything. The machine can't trade, so that's why humans have to step in, and that's why a lot of wicks and shit is happening on UJ. Is a market that I wouldn't want to trade in because there's no little to no structure, and so it's basically an algorithm based. Anything is algorithm based. But UJ back in like 4 weeks ago, it is reaching all time highs. Has no structure to base off of. So people have to step in and basically turn off the machines and basically trade, basically making the market so it has some structure. Then turn a few machines back on. Then it makes the market and it has some structure again. So essentially, what you see on the charts are basically a form of a form of structure that everything is in place, just like everything around you. It has already has a structure. Once it has been broken, however, and once the structure has been broken, and somebody found a way to break through, right, and it's just silently breaking through, then it should be fine. But like once the system got broken through, and there's a big loophole about it, they have to make a new system. Essentially, what it is. That's the way of technicals. In macro time frames, of course, everything else can be neglected. It doesn't really matter as much in terms of day trading, because in terms of professional trading, because we don't really care as much about that. We care more about structure and trends and basically the outlook of the overall economy, and see how the market structure kind of forms in that way. But yeah, more or less, as traders, we need to see the market as having some structure before we can put in a trade, instead of just blindly put in a buy or sell. So yeah, that being said, that's pretty much it for the makeup video. I'm going to talk more about him in the next in the future, I guess. I'm going to talk more about him in the future, but for now, I think I found a gem, honestly. So I'm gonna follow him a little bit to see more and how he can expose this to me and how can see different sides of the market. Yeah, with that said, that's it for the makeup video on Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. I already did the live stream today, so I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream on Tuesday. That's it. See ya.